My name is Zach.
My name is Jack.
And my name's Chance.
We are going to dump in Mentos into Diet Coke bottles.
Today we're going to be doing 4 different experiments. We're going to be doing 2 experiments with a fruit type of Mentos. We're going to be doing another 2 with our mint Mentos. With each different trial, with one flavor we're going to do 3 Mentos, then we're going to do 6 Mentos with both flavors to see if the amount of Mentos will change the variation of how much liquid will be coming out.
So our hypothesis is that the 6 mint Mentos will produce the greatest overall reaction and the amount of liquid that comes out and into the.
My name's Zach. This is our first experiment. 3 mint Mentos in the Diet Coke. Let's see how it goes.
Wow,
That's a big
nice.
explosion.
Wow,
That's a big
nice.
explosion.
All right, so we just performed our first experiment. This is the 3 mint Mentos in Diet Coke. So now we're gonna dump all the extra that we have in our beaker to see how much that we have left. It'll be over 500. Okay, so we're right at 500 for this one. And 57, so we have 557 total milliliters of Diet Coke that exploded out of the first trial.
Alright, so it's Chance here, and we're going to be running on experiment number 2 with the regular Mentos, and this time we're going to be dropping 6 in the Diet Coke. Here we go. Whoa! That was a pretty good reaction, if I say so myself. That was a pretty good reaction, if I say so myself.
All right, so this was our second experiment. This was with the 6 mint Mentos. The explosion was quite rather large, so we took all the remaining fluid from the bottle and emptied it into our beakers. So then we were going to subtract the total amount of liquid that was in the bottle with what we had, and that was going to be our total of how much came out. So we calculated that there was a total of 819 milliliters inside the bottle. So that would leave us with 1,181 milliliters that came out. All right, my name is Jack. We will be now experimenting our fruit Mentos inside of our Diet Coke. So again, we'll be doing 3. Worked out. Worked out.
For our third experiment with 3 fruit Mentos, we had 850 milliliters left inside of the Coke bottles, meaning that 1,150 milliliters came out of the bottles during the explosion. Due to malfunctions in our experiment, we will be using regular Coke with 6 fruit Mentos. Let's see how it goes. That was not impressive.
So what I'm doing is
That was not impressive.
It's just not the same.
That was not impressive.
Hey guys, so we switched a little bit up for the 6 fruit Mentos experiment. Had a little bit of a failure with the Diet Coke, so we switched to regular Coke. And what we ended up with on the outside after all the Coke came out was about 1,000 milliliters, so which meant that the Coke actually was not as aggressive, probably as a Diet Coke, and that the 6 fruit Mentos didn't have that great of an effect.
Throughout the experiment, we recorded that Diet Coke with a 3 tropical fruit Mentos had the highest release of soda at 92 centimeters, which made it the most reactive to the Mentos. We believe that if we had used a Diet Coke for the 6 tropical fruit Mentos, that we would have seen increases in the height and volume that exited the bottle like the Mint Mentos did. We don't, however, believe that we would have seen such a dramatic change in height like the Mint Mentos, as the 3 tropical Mentos already shot off at a height higher than the 3 Mint Mentos did.
So we did have a pretty interesting experiment. We did have one mishap though. During our last trial for the 6 fruit Mentos, we did a little premature Mentos in and it exploded. So then we had to switch to regular Coke. And that kind of messed up some of our results and stuff, but Zach can tell you a little bit more about that.
So based on our previous trials, we can conclude, or we can assume that the 6 fruit Mentos would have had the largest explosion because the 3 fruit Mentos had a larger explosion than the 6 mint Mentos. So we don't know that for sure, but we can assume that.
So in total, we're going to call this a plausible myth bust. Just because it's plausible, we don't know exactly how it would have reacted with the 6 fruit Mentos. So therefore, we can't make it a confirmed myth, but we're going to stick with plausible just because it didn't fail either.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.